Hello. So today let's talk about elbow brace and sleeves for tennis elbow and golfer's elbow. Now, if you are an executive mom, you're busy juggling your responsibilities between home and work, and sorry, just getting set up here. So, if you are a busy executive mom, juggling between your home and your work responsibilities, if you are managing golfers or tennis elbow pain, it can be quite overwhelming. It can be one of those things that can stop you in your tracks. But you might have heard about many different options or treatment modalities or different solutions for tennis elbow and golfer's elbow, and one of them can be a brace or a sleeve. Now, if you are one of those who's undecided whether you need a brace or you need a sleeve, and whether you have tennis elbow or golfer's elbow or both of these issues, this is the video for you. So in this video, we will discuss both tennis elbow and golfer's elbows brace and sleeve, and how to decide which is a better option for you. So there's no right or wrong, but if you do need to decide between the two or when to wear which one, either brace or sleeve, this is the video you want to watch. All right, before we get into the topic for today, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is back and neck, and nerve pain. And I do this by giving you simple exercises, some easy lifestyle modifications, some tips and tricks that have helped me in my own pain journey and also my adrenal fatigue journey. If you're not familiar, adrenal fatigue has symptoms such as low energy levels, brain fog, lack of focus, mommy brain, as it's called. And this is something that, whether you have adrenal fatigue or not, this is something that most moms, whether they have little babies or toddlers or younger school age kids, they usually struggle with these issues. So when you add that spinal and nerve pain plus low energy levels and lack of focus, it's not a very good combination. So I'm here to tell you the solutions without taking much of your time because, hey, we're moms, we're busy people, right? All right, let's get into the topic for today, that is elbow brace or a sleeve, and what is the best solution for golfers and tennis elbow pain. Now, let me just talk about these two very briefly. So bear with me if you're already familiar with elbow brace and sleeve. So basically what an elbow brace will do is it is meant to sit on your forearm, on the bulk of your forearm here. So if you have tennis elbow, so okay, let's first go back to what is tennis and golfer's elbow. So in case you're confused, because many people are. So if you look at this pointy part of your elbow and you move to the side, this bony projection here, if there you have pain on this outer aspect of the elbow, which can go into your forearm here, and of course into the fingers and hands, this is a very broad way of telling that you have a tennis elbow. Now, if you trace this bony landmark here on the inner elbow and you have pain here, plus on the inner aspect of your forearm, plus minus your fingers or hands, this is golfer's elbow. So what happens in golfers or tennis elbow is you have pain around the forearm, whether it's the inner aspect or the outer aspect, depending on what problem you have. So your brace will actually sit on the forearm, on this muscular bulk, and not on the elbow part, not on these bony parts. So if you are not sure which one you have, you can go to my YouTube channel and have a look there. I've done a couple of videos on both these conditions and a lot of other questions that are commonly asked about golfers and tennis elbow. Anyway, coming back. So the brace sits on this area, and what it does is it gives a scaffolding or a support to your forearm muscles. So this is similar to wearing a lumbar belt or a neck collar or a cervical collar when you have pain in your neck or your back. So these support the muscles so that your everyday activities such as typing, lifting, carrying, pouring water from a jug into a glass, or just twisting the knob off, or knob of a door or the top of a bottle, it gets easier for you when you have that kind of support holding on to your muscles. Now, a sleeve is slightly different. It does the same function of giving support to your muscles. However, a sleeve would start somewhat from okay, let me show you this way. The lower part of your arm here, it'll go over your elbow area and it'll end somewhere around the upper thirds of the forearm. So it gives you a wider area of support there. Now, Just looking at my notes here. Yeah. So what happens is if you have a lot of swelling or you have acute pain with golfers or tennis elbow, usually a brace is recommended, especially a brace that goes onto your forearm muscles here, and it has got these additional velcro straps on it. The reason being, once your swelling subsides, that brace, if it is a certain size and it is not adjustable like a sleeve, because a sleeve is like a sock that you just roll up your forearm and your arm area. However, a brace is something with velcro straps, so you can adjust it once your swelling goes down, so you don't lose that fit or that grip on your forearm, so you still have the support that you would expect. Now, however, if you have nighttime pains, I would recommend a brace, because I mean, this can be very variable. One professional might say different from another. However, I personally feel that a brace is better, because on the days when I have too much pain or I am in discomfort, I can actually loosen the straps slightly and I can get a restful night's sleep, because in the night I'm not going to be doing any typing, driving, carrying, lifting, etc. So in the night, my arm is just going to be static, maybe a bit of change of posture, and that's it. So I can loosen out my brace. However, I do not have the comfort of loosening out a sleeve if I was wearing one. However, the sleeve also has its own place. So if you are one of those where you have a lot of pain radiating down into your forearm or up into your biceps in case of golfer's elbow, and triceps in case of your tennis elbow, or basically just up the arm, a sleeve is a better option because it gives you a wider coverage, and whereas a brace would just sit on the bulk of your forearm here. That's the only area that it really covers. So if you need something with a wider support, or you've got a chronic case of tennis elbow or golfer's elbow and you have it radiating down your forearm, up your arm, then of course a sleeve is a better idea. Now, there are a couple of kinds of sleeve and braces, because there are n number of them in the market, that I recommend. And if you want to know the ones that I have used and I do recommend to other people, you can find that in the blog that I have written on this topic. I will leave a link to that blog in the description of the video. If you're watching me on Instagram, the link will be in my bio. However, if you cannot find that for any reason, do message me and I'll send it across to you. So in that blog, you will also find some tips, a video on some tips to get the maximum use out of your tennis elbow brace, because most people sadly will use their tennis elbow brace. I mean, they will not use it to the maximum potential, or they're not wearing it the correct way. So that video tells you more about how to use your tennis elbow or your golfer's elbow brace. It also has okay, just one second, I'm looking in my notes. Yeah, it also has a free guide on what is the source of your elbow pain, because sometimes when you have elbow pain, you're not sure whether it's tennis elbow, it's bursitis, is it golfer's elbow, what, or like cubital tunnel, or what exactly is going on in your elbow. So there is a free guide there. You can have a look if you're not sure about the source of your elbow pain. All right, just looking at my notes here in case I've missed anything. um yeah, really, that was it. And of course, the blog has much more details on the topic of which is better, brace or sleeve for your tennis elbow and your golfer's elbow. Alrighty, if you have any questions, any comments for me, do let me know and I'll be happy to help you out. And if you have any specific topics relating to spinal and nerve pain that you want me to address, do let me know and I will be happy to help you out. Alrighty, I'll see you guys